Mr. Reid, 4 minutes to finish us off, please.
Thank you. Well, this time I'll go to Kory and Manon. So you've been very kind in your comments, Kory, but just so people know, what happened was in the process of designing the bill, the minister approached me and said, can I think of any groups that have any insight into the disabled community? You know, I wouldn't have asked you either, David. You're just so grumpy. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, as it turns out, he asked me, and so I thought of People First, and I'm kind of using this as a way to advertise some of the great work People First does. This is an organization that's all about taking people with disabilities and helping them to maintain and develop their independence and their decision-making abilities. They are a really inspirational group, and both you guys, I'm always amazed at the great work you and the folks with you do. And so we met at my constituency office and got a lot of input that I thought was really helpful, for which I'm grateful. I wanted to ask you just about something that came up I had not thought of until you mentioned it just now, and you mentioned anxiety disorders. Frankly, it's just one of those things that hasn't crossed my mind. I think of the things that are obvious: mobility disorders, visual impairments, and so on. Can you just tell me a bit about that?
Absolutely, and thanks, Scott Reid. I mean, we're proud of the work we've been able to continue to do right across Lanark County, and certainly indeed across the country. We applied you and the minister for selecting us to meet, because what better else to know than the members who face the challenges each and every day. Anxiety attack, Diane actually brought that up at the meeting, and you know, she's someone from an outsider that brought that up, but also challenges a lot of, she's heard from our members. Anxiety attack, a huge crowd, that infects people. It actually turns them away, because when they go into the voting station, there's too much people. So then they start having an anxiety attack, and then they turn around and walk out the door, because they think, well, I'm not going to vote when there's 40 people there. And it can be a low number, it's 40 people, and then they turn around and walk away, because they don't want to have a big showdown for everybody out there, because they're already being labeled as it is. So that's a huge thing. And that's why I say, you know, having an extra advanced polling day, hopefully will hopefully get people to take that opportunity and use that. It creates the stigma that they're going through than what a lot of us know. And you know, I have a twin who's due diagnosis with schizophrenia and developmental disability. He can't be around a huge crowd. How do I get him to vote? The question, you know, I say, okay, let's go to the voting station, vote. As soon as he walks in there and sees 20, 30 people, he walks away. And then he actually goes, hides in the washroom because he's afraid. So, as a twin brother, and there's many that don't have that support, is to really guide him and say, it's okay. Nobody's looking at you. No one's, you know, it's okay. That's fine and dandy for me to say that, but I don't know what he's going through. And then he walks away. Whereas advanced polling day, he can walk in and there may be just a few people, and then he can slowly go over there and vote. But he still has that anxiety of, is 10 more people going to walk in the door? And that's a huge concern. How do you deal with that? I think you deal with it as an age-to-age basis that come in. You make sure that when people are working, that they have an accessible staff that are there to guide people. Not many people have families. Not many people have someone that they can turn around and lean on support. Kyle's lucky, he has a huge family in Carton Place. But I can tell you, 95% of our members don't have loved ones, families, that they can rely on for support to guide them. So I think that's really critical when you're looking at this, to ensure that the individual's interest should be ahead of everything else, and making sure that they feel the most comfortable thing here, whether it be a side room, that, you know what, just, you know, it's okay. I mean, there's many people that have anxiety, so here's a room and vote, which is huge. So I hope that answers your question in terms of the anxiety.
Helps,
thank you, Mr. Reid, for your questions, and thank you, witnesses, for coming and sharing with us today. I think we've got a lot of input from you today, and that really helps. I'm going to suspend just for a couple of minutes, excuse you, and we'll have another panel come in and the committee will do it again. Thank you so much for your help today. We'll suspend for 2 minutes.